students, welcome to my channel. This is part 3 of Nazism and the rise of Hitler. In this part, I will teach you about rise of Hitler, rise of Nazism and Second World War. If you didn't watch previous 2 parts of this topic, make sure to watch them first. Link is given below. If you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon so that you can get the notification of my new videos. Let us start the topic. First, we will start from the rise of Hitler through a timeline. This is the timeline of rise of Hitler. Through this timeline, you can easily understand about the rise of Hitler. In 1889, Hitler was born in Austria. Means he was not the native of Germany. How he came into the politics of Germany and how he became the popular leader of Germany, we will discuss later. In 1914, he joined army during First World War. He served army wholeheartedly and earned many prestigious medals for bravery. In 1919, he joined a small group, German Workers' Party. Subsequently, he took over the organization and named it Nationalist Socialist German Workers' Party. The party later came to be known as Nazi Party. Now the Nationalist Socialist German Workers' Party became popular as the Nazi Party. But how did Nazi Party rise in German politics and how it became popular as the system in German politics, we must know. In 1923, Hitler planned to seize control of Bavaria, marched to Berlin and capture power. But he failed, was arrested, tried for treason and later released. Nazi Party couldn't get popular support till early 1930s. We can see this from the example of election vote. In 1928, the Nazi Party got no more than 2.6% vote in the Reichstag. Do you remember what is Reichstag? Reichstag is the Parliament of Germany. It was during Great Depression that Nazis became a mass movement. Do you remember the situation of Great Depression? I taught you in previous part. After Great Depression, people became unemployed, banks were collapsed, factories were shut down. During this situation, Nazism propaganda stirred hopes for a better future to the German people. Due to these propaganda, Nazi Party became the largest party in Germany by 1932 by getting 37% vote in election. After Great Depression, Nazism propaganda worked. Nazi Party became the largest party in Germany. Nazism became a system in Germany and Hitler became the most powerful and popular leader in Germany. Because Hitler was a powerful speaker, his passion and words moved the people. He did many promises to the people for mobilizing and attracting them. Nowadays also many leaders do many promises for mobilizing and attracting the people. What were the Hitler's promises? Let us see. He promised to build a strong nation. After First World War, Treaty of Versailles and Great Depression, Germany became one of the weakest countries in the world. So Hitler promised the German people that he would help German people to make Germany as the powerful and a strong nation. Undo the injustice of the Versailles Treaty. In Versailles Treaty, many injustices were done to the German people. I have taught you about the Versailles Treaty in the previous parts. If you didn't watch the previous part, make sure to watch it first. After Versailles Treaty, Germany was made guilty for the First World War and Germany had to pay the compensation to the Allied countries. So Hitler promised the German people to undo the injustice. Then restore the dignity of German people. After First World War, Treaty of Versailles, German people lost their dignity. So Hitler promised them to restore the dignity. He promised employment for those looking for job and a secure future for the youth. After Great Depression, many people became unemployed, so Hitler promised the youth to give them employment. He promised to weed out all foreign influences and resist the foreign conspiracies against Germany. He promised the people that he will stop the foreign influences to the German people, and he will also stop all the foreign conspiracies towards the German people. Hitler's promises made Germany people convinced that Hitler would help them for overcoming their problems. So how Hitler helped them for overcoming their problems, and how did Nazism became a system in Germany? We should know. Hitler devised a new system of politics in Germany. He understood the significance of rituals and a spectacle in mass mobilization. So Nazi held massive rallies and public meetings to demonstrate the support for Hitler and instill the sense of unity among the people. It was extremely needed in Germany because Germany wanted to remove any type of foreign influence. So united people only could remove the foreign influences. The red banner with the swastika, the Nazi salute, and the ritualized rounds of applause after the speeches were all part of this spectacle of power. Nazi propaganda skillfully projected Hitler as a Messiah, as a savior. And it was also shown by the Nazism that Hitler had arrived to deliver people from their distress. Now Nazism became a system in Germany and Hitler became a Messiah for the people of Germany. So the journey of Hitler from a Messiah to one of the most famous dictators not only in Germany but also the entire Europe by destroying the democracy in Germany. We will see the entire story in these points. This question is very important for the exam perspective, how Hitler destroyed the democracy in Germany and how he got the dictatorship in Germany. On 30 January 1933, President Hindenburg offered the chancellorship, the highest position in the cabinet of ministers, to Hitler. Having acquired power, Hitler set out to dismantle the structures of democratic rule. For this, he got the support of the people of Germany because after Treaty of Versailles, people lost their faith in the democratic form of government and they wanted to throw out the democratic form of government. A mysterious fire that broke out in the German parliament building in February facilitated his move. The fire decree 1933 suspended all civil rights like freedom of speech, press and assembly which the people had gotten from the Constitution of Weimar Republic. On 3rd March 1933, the Enabling Act was passed and established dictatorship in Germany. It gave Hitler to all powers to sideline parliament and rule by decree. Enabling Act made Hitler one of the most dreadful dictators not only in Germany but also the entire Europe or world. So how he used his dictatorship power, destroyed democracy, snatched the civil rights from the citizens of Germany, and how he broke all the promises which he had done towards the people for the welfare of them. Through these points, we will try to understand. All political parties and trade unions were banned except for the Nazi Party and its affiliates. means now no democracy, because in democracy the basic feature is more than one party. Here only Nazi party existed. The state established the complete control over the economy, media, army and judiciary. We all know that wherever democracy system is there, this media, army and judiciary are an independent body. Special surveillance and security forces were created to control and order society in ways that the Nazi wanted. Means whatever would be done according to the wish of the Nazi party. It is totally against of the democratic rule. Apart from the already existed regular police in green uniform and the SA or the storm troops, they are included the Gestapo, secret state police, the SS, the protection squads, criminal police and security service ST. The police forces which were made by Nazi and Hitler were extremely cruel towards the German people. They started arresting them, giving severe punishment without any trial if they didn't listen their words. In this way, democracy lost its existence in Germany. After destroying democracy in Germany, Hitler wanted to reconstruct Germany in his own way. So he started reconstructing the Germany. For this, Hitler gave responsibility of economic recovery to the economist Hagelmer Skast, who aimed at full production and full employment through a state-funded work creation program. This project produced the famous German superhighways and the people's car Volkswagen. Now in foreign policy also, Hitler got the quick successes. He pulled out of the League of Nations in 1933. What was the League of Nations? League of Nations was the organization which was formed after First World War to prevent world from the war. Reoccupied the Rhineland in 1936, which Germany lost after Treaty of Versailles. Integrated Austria and Germany in 1938 under the slogan "One People, One Empire and One Leader." He also captured German-speaking Sudetenland, which was previously under the control of Czechoslovakia. He also wanted to accumulate resources through expansion of territories. So he started invading the territories, which led to the Second World War. For expansion of territories, on 1st September 1939, Germany invaded Poland and captured it. Due to this, France started war with Germany. In this way, the Second World War began. In September 1940, the Tripartite Pact was signed between Germany, Italy and Japan, and they promised to fight together in Second World War. Now Hitler was on the pinnacle of his strength. In June 1941, Hitler attacked on Soviet Union. It was his historic blunder. Now Germany was facing British bombing on the western border and Soviet army on eastern border. Soviet army defeated Germany in Stalingrad and gradually captured entire Eastern Europe. On the other hand, USA didn't want to involve in Second World War because he wanted to avoid any type of economical crisis after the war. Japan started increasing power in East and occupied Indochina, which was controlled by France. Do you know about Indochina? Indochina consists of 3 countries, Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia. It was previously captured by France. Now, Japan also started thinking to capture the naval bases of USA. So, Japan attacked on USA naval base Pearl Harbor on 7th December 1941. USA couldn't tolerate this incident and entered in war on 8th December 1941. In May 1945, the Second World War was ended with two big things. First was defeat of Hitler and second was bombing on Hiroshima and Nagasaki by America. So what happened to Hitler and the people, those who supported to Nazism, we will see in next part. Thank you. Have a nice day.